Last week, I was asked to deliver a talk about leadership to a group whom I've never met before. I knew the organizer, but the group was new. Now, the communication was I was well prepared, but I couldn't wait until the event was over. I left before the event was over. I failed to connect. As I reflected on that experience, I came to the conclusion that I did not try to make it personal. I arrived early, but I did not even interact with any of them. I did not recognize their names. I made no effort to spend extra time with them. I was too lazy to connect. When you want to connect with others, trust me, you have to be intentional about it, and that always requires energy. Hello, this is Bisan, and I will help you dominate your life by helping you grow both personally and professionally. If you're interested in leadership, communication, or personal development courses, make sure to click on the links in the description below. There are 5 proactive ways to use energy to connect. Number 1, connecting requires initiative. Go first. There is a saying by Malcolm Bain, and he says that if you wait until you can do everything for everybody, instead of doing something for somebody, then you will end up doing nothing for nobody. Number 2, connecting requires clarity. So prepare. It's true that connecting requires initiative for us to be able to connect, but it also requires us to know what we are going to do or what we are going to say when we make the contact. So number 1, know yourself, that's personal preparation. Number 2, know your audience, that's people preparation. And number 3, know your stuff, and that's professional preparation. Number 3, connecting requires patience. Slow down. We live in an impatient culture where we use apps to buy stuff, to order prescriptions, to make transactions online. So everybody is living in a hurry, and that's the reason why connecting does not happen. If you want to connect with others, you have to slow down and move according to somebody's pace. Number 4, connecting requires selflessness. Give. In life, we have givers and takers. If we tend to see or to meet someone we know is a taker, we avoid eye contact and we turn around the corner pretending not to see them. But if we meet a giver, we are thrilled to see them. We stop and we have fun and we enjoy talking to them. Same with communication. When you communicate out of ego or insecurity, you're asking the audience to give you acceptance and approval. And when you ask the audience to be a giver, they disconnect. However, if you speak or teach as a communicator out of love, of grace, of giving, of compassion, then you're only giving and the audience will only receive and they will not disconnect. 5, connecting requires stamina, recharge. The way we sit with people and listen to them requires energy. And people will notice when we run out of energy because we cannot fake energy and we cannot fake a connection. Connecting requires energy. To increase energy, make sure if you're connecting one-on-one, number 1, don't take for granted that people will listen to you. Number 2, bring in intentional energy to the conversation. Gear it up emotionally and mentally. And finally, take the time to share significant things with the specific person before you spread it to others. If connecting in a group, how do we increase the energy? Number 1, make sure you go to each person and introduce yourself. Then ask each person a question to discover something unique about him or her. Number 3, make sure you give them ownership of the meeting. So let them ask and be ready to serve. And finally, at the end, ask them if there's something else you can help with. Connecting with an audience, increase your energy by number one, be confident. This comes from preparation. And number two, be passionate. This comes from conviction. The larger the group, the more energy is required to connect. Become so good that people will say that you are a natural connector. But by now, you know that connecting is not a gift, that it's a skill, right? So tune into episode 4 to know more about it.